Hello, friend. Thank you for being here today. You know that feeling when your alarm goes off in the morning? You've been in bed for 8 hours, maybe even 9. You gave yourself plenty of time to rest, but when you open your eyes, you feel exhausted, like you never slept at all. It's confusing, isn't it? You did what you were supposed to do. You went to bed on time. You stayed there all night. Yet your body feels heavy and tired. If this happens to you, I want you to know something important. You're not imagining it, and you're definitely not alone. There are real, understandable reasons why this happens. Today, we're going to explore this mystery together. We'll look at what might be happening while you sleep, and we'll talk about simple ways you can help your body get the true rest it needs. Let's begin. Before we talk about specific reasons, we need to understand something fundamental about sleep. It's not just about how many hours you spend in bed. It's about what happens during those hours. Think of sleep like a meal. You could sit at the dinner table for an hour, but if the food never actually reaches your mouth, you'd still be hungry afterward. Time at the table doesn't equal nourishment. The same principle applies to sleep. Time in bed doesn't automatically equal rest. Your brain moves through different stages of sleep throughout the night. Imagine these stages as different levels in a building. The top floor is light sleep, where you're just drifting off. You can wake easily from this stage. The middle floors are deeper sleep, where your body does its physical repair work. And the basement level is what we call dream sleep, or REM sleep, where your brain processes emotions and consolidates memories. You need to travel through all these levels multiple times each night. Each complete journey through these stages is called a sleep cycle, and it takes about 90 minutes. In a healthy night of sleep, you complete 4 or 5 of these complete cycles. When something interferes with these cycles, even if you don't remember waking up, your sleep quality suffers dramatically. You might spend 8 hours in bed, but remain stuck on the upper floors, never descending into that deeper, restorative sleep your body desperately needs. It's like trying to charge your phone with a damaged cable. The time is there, but the energy transfer isn't happening properly. This is why understanding sleep quality is so important. We're not looking just at the clock. We're re-looking at what's preventing your brain and body from completing these essential cycles of deep rest. The first reason we need to discuss is something many people have without even knowing it. It involves your breathing while you sleep. During the night, the muscles in your throat naturally relax. For most people, this isn't a problem. But for some, these muscles relax so much that they partially or completely block the airway. When this happens, you stop breathing for a few seconds or even longer. This condition is called sleep apnea. Here's what makes this so troubling. When you stop breathing, your oxygen level drops. Your brain notices this immediately and sends out an alarm signal. It jolts you into a lighter stage of sleep or briefly wakes you just enough to restart your breathing. Then you fall back asleep, and the cycle repeats. This can happen dozens or even hundreds of times throughout the night. The sneaky part is that you usually don't remember these interruptions at all. You might have no conscious awareness that anything went wrong, but each time your breathing stops and restarts, you're pulled out of deep sleep. You never get to stay in those restorative stages long enough for them to do their work. It's like constantly climbing down a staircase, but being pulled back to the top before you reach the bottom. Several things make sleep apnea more likely as we age. Weight gain around the neck area can contribute to it. Changes in muscle tone are a natural part of aging. Even the position you sleep in matters. Sleeping on your back often makes it worse because gravity pulls the relaxed tissues backward into the airway. The telltale signs include loud snoring, waking up, gasping or choking, having a very dry mouth in the morning, morning headaches, and of course, feeling tired despite adequate time in bed. If you sleep with a partner, they might notice you stop breathing during the night, which can be quite alarming for them to witness. This isn't just about feeling tired, though that alone would be reason enough to address it. When your oxygen level drops repeatedly, night after night, it puts stress on your heart and blood vessels. Over time, this can contribute to high blood pressure and other cardiovascular problems. If any of this sounds familiar, talking with your doctor is genuinely important. They can help determine if sleep apnea might be affecting you and discuss treatment options that can transform your sleep quality. Now, let's talk about something that might seem simple but has a powerful impact on sleep quality. Your bedroom environment. Your body has very specific needs for deep sleep to occur. When your environment doesn't support these needs, your nervous system can't fully relax, even though you're lying down with your eyes closed. Let's start with temperature. Your body actually needs to cool down by a few degrees to fall into deep sleep. This is part of your natural sleep process. When your bedroom is too warm, your body struggles to achieve this necessary cooling. You might toss and turn, trying to get comfortable. You might wake up feeling hot and kick off the covers. Even if you don't consciously wake, your body remains in lighter sleep stages because the temperature signal isn't right. Most people sleep best when their bedroom is somewhere between 60 and 67 degrees. That might feel quite cool when you first climb into bed, but it allows your body to settle into the deep rest it needs. Next, consider the presence of light. Your brain is remarkably sensitive to light, even when your eyes are closed. Inside your brain, there's a tiny region that acts like a light meter. When it detects light, it suppresses the production of melatonin, which is the hormone that helps you feel sleepy and stay asleep. Even small amounts of light matter more than you might think. The glow from a digital alarm clock, light seeping around your curtains from a street lamp outside. The little standby lights on your television or other electronics. These all send wake-up signals to your brain throughout the night. Your bedroom should be as close to completely dark as possible. Think of it like a cave. Our ancestors slept in darkness, and our brains are still programmed to expect that. When you create true darkness, you're allowing your brain to produce melatonin properly throughout the night, which helps you stay in deeper sleep stages longer. Sound is another factor that fragments sleep. Sudden noises can pull you from deep sleep into lighter sleep, even if you don't fully wake up or remember the disruption. The sound of traffic, a neighbor's door closing, a dog barking down the street, your partner snoring. These interruptions prevent your brain from maintaining those long, uninterrupted periods of deep sleep that are so restorative. Some people find that gentle, consistent background noise actually helps mask these sudden sounds. A fan running or a white noise machine creates a steady sound blanket that your brain learns to ignore, while blocking out the jarring noises that would otherwise disturb you. Finally, physical comfort matters tremendously. An old mattress that sags in the middle, pillows that don't support your neck properly, sheets that feel scratchy or too warm. These physical discomforts keep pulling your attention back to your body. Your brain cut on, fully let go into deep sleep when it's receiving constant signals of discomfort from your body. Think of your bedroom as the foundation for good sleep. When you optimize these basic environmental factors, you remove obstacles that were preventing your body from accessing the deep, restorative sleep it's capable of achieving. Let's shift our attention now to the hours before you get into bed. Because what you do in the evening has a profound influence on how well you sleep, even though you might not make the connection. One of the biggest disruptors in our modern world is screen time before bed. Your phone, tablet, computer, and television all emit a particular type of light called blue light. This wavelength is especially effective at suppressing melatonin production. When you scroll through your phone or watch television right up until you turn off the lights, you're essentially telling your brain to stay alert and awake. Even if you feel tired, your brain chemistry has been shifted toward wakefulness. Your sleep quality suffers because your body's natural preparation for sleep has been interrupted. Think of your evening routine as a runway for sleep. Your body needs time to gradually transition from the alertness of daytime to the restfulness of sleep. Bright screens right before bed are like putting obstacles on that runway. Eating patterns in the evening also play a significant role. When you eat a large or heavy meal close to bedtime, your digestive system has to work hard right when it should be winding down. Your body is trying to accomplish two contradictory things at once: rest and digest. This often results in discomfort, acid reflux, and fragmented sleep. Your body can't fully commit to the deep rest it needs because resources are diverted to digestion. Many people have a glass of wine or a nightcap specifically because they think it helps them sleep. And there's some truth to this in the short term. Alcohol does have a sedative effect that can help you fall asleep faster. But here's what happens as the night progresses. As your body metabolizes the alcohol, it creates a kind of rebound effect. You spend less time in the deeper stages of sleep. You wake more frequently in the second half of the night. You might not remember these wakings, but they severely disrupt your sleep cycles. This is why people often wake up feeling unrested after drinking, even if they spent many hours in bed. Even the mental and emotional tone of your evening matters. If you spend the hours before bed watching upsetting news, having stressful conversations, or worrying about tomorrow's challenges, your nervous system becomes activated. Stress hormones are released. Your heart rate increases. Your muscles tense up. Even after you get into bed and close your eyes, your system remains in this activated state, unable to fully shift into the calm, restful state that deep sleep requires. The evening hours are your body's preparation time. When you honor that by dimming lights, avoiding screens, eating earlier, and creating calm, you set the stage for truly restorative sleep. Now, we need to talk about something deeper. Sometimes persistent tiredness, despite adequate sleep, is your body's way of telling you that something else needs attention. An underlying health condition might be quietly affecting your sleep quality. Your body is like an orchestra with many different systems all working together. When one section of the orchestra is out of tune, it affects the entire performance. The same is true with your health and sleep. Thyroid problems are a common example that often goes undiagnosed for years. Your thyroid gland regulates your metabolism, which is essentially how your body produces and uses energy. When your thyroid isn't producing enough hormone, a condition called hypothyroidism, everything in your body slows down. You feel exhausted no matter how much you sleep because the problem isn't actually with your sleep. It's with your body's ability to generate energy from that sleep. It's like trying to start a fire with damp wood. The structure is there, but something fundamental is preventing it from working properly. Anemia is another condition that causes persistent fatigue. When you don't have enough healthy red blood cells, or when those cells don't contain enough iron, your body can't transport oxygen efficiently to all your tissues. Sleep doesn't fix this because the underlying problem is oxygen delivery, not rest itself. You wake up tired because your cells aren't getting the oxygen they need to produce energy, regardless of how many hours you spent sleeping. Chronic pain conditions create a particularly difficult situation, whether from arthritis, old injuries, or conditions like fibromyalgia. Ongoing pain makes it extremely hard to achieve deep sleep. Your brain remains somewhat alert, monitoring pain signals throughout the night. You shift positions frequently, trying to find comfort. Even if you manage to fall asleep, you hover in lighter sleep stages rather than descending into truly restorative deep sleep. For women, hormonal changes during perimenopause and menopause can dramatically affect sleep quality, as estrogen and progesterone levels fluctuate and decline. Many women experience hot flashes that wake them multiple times each night. Even without obvious hot flashes, hormonal shifts affect sleep regulation in ways that scientists are still working to fully understand. The result is fragmented, poor quality sleep that leaves you exhausted despite spending adequate time in bed. Depression and anxiety also profoundly impact sleep architecture. These conditions alter brain chemistry in ways that directly affect how your brain moves through sleep cycles. You might fall asleep easily, but wake frequently. Or you might struggle to fall asleep while your mind races. Either way, the sleep you do get is often light and unrefreshing. This is why persistent, unexplained fatigue deserves a conversation with your doctor. You're not being dramatic. You're not wasting anyone's time. Your body is communicating that something needs attention. A thorough evaluation can identify conditions that, once treated, can transform how you feel. Now that we understand some of the key reasons you might wake up tired, let's talk about what you can actually do about it. These aren't complicated interventions. They're thoughtful adjustments you can start making right away. Begin tonight with your bedroom environment. Before you go to bed, make your room as dark as possible. Cover or remove any sources of light. Lower the temperature a few degrees cooler than you might normally keep it. These simple changes often produce surprisingly noticeable improvements within just a few nights. Create an evening routine that helps your body transition towards sleep. About an hour before bed, start dimming the lights in your home. Put away your phone and other screens. Choose something calming to do instead. Maybe you read a book, listen to quiet music, or do some gentle stretching. The specific activity matters less than the consistency of creating this wind-down time. Pay attention to when you eat dinner and what you eat. Try to finish your evening meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. If you enjoy alcohol, experiment with having your last drink earlier in the evening. Or try reducing the amount you consume. Notice over several days how these changes affect your morning energy. If you recognize signs of sleep apnea or suspect another health condition might be involved, schedule an appointment with your doctor. Be specific about your symptoms. Explain that you're sleeping adequate hours but waking up exhausted. Ask if they think any testing might be appropriate. Remember, seeking medical guidance isn't weakness or overreaction. It's taking your health seriously. Work toward consistency in your sleep schedule. Try to wake up at approximately the same time every day, even on weekends. Your body has an internal clock that thrives on regularity. When you maintain consistent timing, your body learns when to start preparing for sleep and when to prepare for wakefulness. This makes both falling asleep and waking up easier and more natural. And please, be patient and kind with yourself. Sleep problems usually develop gradually over months or years. They take time to improve as well. You're looking for progress, not perfection. Each small positive change builds on the others, gradually shifting your sleep quality in the right direction. So there we have it, friend. We've explored why you might wake up tired despite spending plenty of time in bed, and we've talked about practical ways to address each possibility. Breathing disruptions during sleep, your bedroom environment, evening habits that interfere with your body's preparation for rest, and underlying health conditions that deserve medical attention. Any one of these can quietly undermine your sleep quality without you fully realizing what's happening. But I want you to hold on to something hopeful. This situation isn't permanent. Your body genuinely wants to sleep well. It's designed for restorative rest. Sometimes it just needs help removing the obstacles that are standing in the way. Start with one thing, just one change that feels manageable to you. Maybe it's making your bedroom darker. Maybe it's putting your phone away earlier in the evening. Maybe it's calling your doctor to discuss your concerns. Whatever feels like the right first step, take it. Let that change settle in for a week or two. Then add another small adjustment. Every night is a fresh opportunity. Your body is resilient and responsive. When you give it what it needs, it will reward you with the rest you deserve. Sweet dreams, friend. Thank you for spending this time with me. Here's to waking up refreshed and ready for whatever your day brings.